Jenna Smith. Round of applause to all of you at home watching. So, offensive player of the year, and I mean, when you put up 1,600 points in your career too, I think offensive player of the last 4 years too is a better name for it as well. Jenna, just talk to me a little bit about just your journey in basketball and just from freshman to senior year, the work you've put in for this Garrrettsville community, and when you started just having this kind of success, the work you had to keep going to keep getting better and better at the support.
I think freshman and sophomore year was kind of just like a test for me. I think I really didn't break out until my junior and senior year. But that just comes with like playing AU, getting that experience, playing with the better athletes in our area, and as well as our own Grace and Sarah were also standouts. So being able to play with them too, as well as our other key role players, just made me into the player I am today. Um, but yeah, I don't think I really broke through until junior or senior year. I think freshman and sophomore year, I just was kind of getting a feel for like the tempo of the game because it was a lot different from middle school. But I think AAU really helped me and with my experience with basketball and everything. So yeah.
Jenny, you come into this year, and not only do you eclipse that 1,500 mark, but then you kind of even you'll up the ante a little bit, and you eclipse the 1,600 mark. Talk about this season as a whole. I know last year in your junior season, Garfield made a big run to regionals. You lose Grace Mills. A lot of people outside of the community probably thought, okay, Garfield's going to be a nice team next year, but I don't think they're going to be a regional team. And then you guys come out with the senior class and do everything that you did last year and more. Talk about this season as a whole from your perspective, and when you reflect on it, what are some of the things that come to your mind about this season?
I'm very proud of how this season went. I think coming into it, no one really expected us to get where we got. Um, of course, we had Grace last year, and she made such a big impact to our team the 3 years I got to play with her. Um, but I think we learned how to play without her as well, and that doesn't take away from her as a player at all. I think she's one of the best players to ever walk through Garfield. So yeah, I think we were just doubted a little bit coming into the season, but I think we really like proved our point. I think this senior class, as well as the other my other teammates, kind of proved our point and just made our mark. I think on the program and just proved the people who doubted us wrong.
Reflect on these last 4 years with Coach Gilbert and how much of an impact he's had not only on your basketball career but your personal life as well.
He's made a huge impact just from being well. He's actually my neighbor. I don't know if many people know that, but he lives 2 doors down from me. So I've always kind of been around him. I'm sure he's seen me growing up, grew up a little bit. He was also my middle school social studies teacher, so we kind of got to like get to know each other a little bit before playing in high school. But I was able to have him as an AAU coach as well, so that just kind of built our connection as well. But he always believed in us and me and my teammates. So he's a great coach. He's a great person. But yeah, he always kept that faith in all of us. So I think that really tells a lot about his character.
I mean, to go even deeper, like how much of a relief or a added bonus was it for you to have someone as a coach that you were already so comfortable with? I mean, like you said, you're his neighbor. You had him in middle school as a teacher. You had him as an AAU coach. There was no questions on how comfortable you were going to be being coached by Aaron Gilbert. So, what kind of blessing was that to have?
It was actually really, I think, crucial to my basketball career. Just having someone who was always kind of there for me for the like from the start. He's seen me play in middle school, so it's like he kind of had like an idea of like the impact I was gonna have. I'm sure. Um, but yeah, it's kind of just it is a blessing to have someone so like I don't know, like he just always believed in me. I feel like, and he's been along for the whole journey. So he's seen me from probably my worst to now my best. So yeah, it's really a blessing.
With you having such a close relationship with Coach Gilbert, what's something about him that maybe he doesn't show to the public all that much, or something you wouldn't necessarily think about a Coach Gilbert unless you know him behind doors?
Um, I feel like well, we got him to dance a little bit after our district game, which is something that he did show a little bit in practices And I feel like from an outside perspective, not many people would think that he would do that. But we got him to dance a little bit after the district championship game. So I think that just shows a little bit about his fun personality that
I
he
think
has sometimes. So
I think he mentioned that too to me on the other side of it too. And he was like, I don't
yeah,
dance. So for me to
no,
dance.
he doesn't dance, and that I think from an outside perspective, many people probably wouldn't expect that either. But he did do it, and we do have it on video. So
we do it. We do
tend to
have
get
the proof.
yeah, we tend to get a good laugh on it here and there. So it's fun. It's fun when
We
he does it.
asked
For sure.
we asked him for the video. He refused to share it with us. So.
I'll send it. I'll send it.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Hold harmless now. not under the
He's
not under
getting
coach
exposed.
anymore.
Well, Jenna, you got a couple of months left as you're in your senior year at Garfield, and you're gonna be getting ready to go to Marietta to continue your basketball career. What kind of things do you kind of expect from the last couple of months of high school, and what kind of things do you kind of want to accomplish in your kind of life in Garfield before you kind of have to say goodbye to this school and the school system?
Just getting and cherishing every moment I have with the people at my school, because it's not like they're gonna be so close to me in the fall. So just cherishing all the moments, I think, and all the people around me before I don't see them every day. So that's definitely going to be a big difference. Coming from a small town, I feel like everyone just knows everyone. So I guess that's going to be nice going to Marietta because it is a smaller school. So I feel like it'll have kind of the same feel. So, but yeah, I mean, just getting to graduation, still staying in school and getting those good grades because those are always important to me. But yeah, just cherishing all the moments before I go off to the college. So
What's the excitement to nervous levels at right now for going into college level hoops and just going into college in general?
I'm super excited. The relationships I already have with my coaches is I love it. Everyone there is so welcoming, so I'm really excited to like form new relationships and friendships with my teammates and other people on campus. So I think that's what I'm most excited about, and just getting a new environment around newer people. But I think I'm just nervous, kind of for the basketball aspect, just a little bit. But mainly excited. I'm not really a nervous person, so it's like I'm more excited for sure.
It's not brand new news that you are committed to Marietta College. So take us through kind of that decision. What made Marietta stick in your mind as somewhere that you wanted to go, and what made it kind of the final landing spot? Because I know you probably had other colleges kind of courting your basketball ability.
Yeah, so the day I actually went on my visit there, the morning I told my mom, I was like, I don't know how I feel about going to the school. Like it wasn't my top school at the moment at all. So like going into it, I was kind of like, I don't think it's like kind of where I'm leaning towards. So like I went on the visit and I got in the car and I told my mom, I was like, that's exactly where I want to be, because like, I don't know. I think the coaches had a lot to do with it. Just how welcoming the environment is, like the staff, when I met them, when I went on my visit, they were so welcoming and so nice. And I don't know. And like just learning more about their basketball program and how they do things, I think that really stood out to me as well. And just their work ethic as a program is insane. So I think that really like set the deal for me. So here I am.
Reflecting on your Garfield career, what are some of your favorite accomplishments or goals that you have accomplished it there, and what are some more future goals now for the college level ranks that you hope to accomplish?
I could definitely say going into my freshman year, I did not expect to even hit 1,000th point. That wasn't even in the back of my mind, actually. It just seemed like such a huge goal, and I've seen like other players get it. So I always thought it was like kind of like a far goal, and it'd kind of be hard to reach. But once I like obviously got a little bit older, I was like, okay, maybe this is like reachable. So I think just getting my 1,000th was definitely like my biggest accomplishment in my basketball career, but like then I discovered after this season that I hit 1,000 rebounds too. So I think that was kind of insane too because I had no idea about that. So it was nice. But going into the college, I don't really know my like specific role yet, but I just know that I'm sure it has a lot to do with like me offensively, but I also kind of want to improve my defense. I think going into college and just like provide that as well, and not only be seen as like an offensive threat, but like also like a defensive threat. So
You're getting a lot of love in the comments from people that thank you for representing Portage
I didn't
County.
even see them. No.
Talk about what it means to have this Garfield community behind you and the support they've had for you for the last 4 years, and how much not just your family, but the fans at Garfield that have your back mean to you, and how much they have meant to you going through your basketball career.
It means a ton, and I think I kind of didn't like I don't know. I just now noticed how I've always noticed that people were there to support me, but like after the season especially, I really reflected on like how many people actually pay attention to the girls basketball like community around here, and to have everyone just be so supportive, not only of me but like also my team and like other successful teams and athletes in the area. It's incredible to actually see because I feel like women's basketball is actually looked a little bit down upon. But it means a ton to me. I mean, seeing everyone, I mean, on social media, just congratulating me or like, you know, just showing their support. I mean, it means a ton. And I think that having that support from my community took part in not only my success, but my team's success as well this season, just having our backs and stuff. So.
To kind of put yourself in a limelight, a spotlight, and kind of pat yourself on the back a little bit. Talk about all those behind the scenes, all that hard work, all the practice time, all the shots that have to go up that you had to put into your game that people don't necessarily see between game to game and between season to season. What it takes and what goes into each game for Jenna Smith.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't actually realize how much work it is and like how much time you actually have to put into it, because basketball is like kind of the sports like you set the ball down for a week and you lose your shot. Like you gotta stick with it or else you kind of get out of rhythm. So I mean, it sucks not having the AAU season this like right now because like usually I would be in AAU season, so it kind of sucks not being able to like play in that, but I'm still trying to stay connected with my AAU program and still going to those open gyms here soon. But I don't think people actually realize like how often that like us athletes actually have to like put in the work away from our team and away from like, you know, the games. So yeah, it's a lot, but it's worth it.
Oh, you mean you don't just show up to the gym and automatically that good?
No, definitely took a lot more work than that. I think that the help from my teammates also, because I wouldn't be the athlete I am without everyone, you know, going up against those good athletes in practice. And like coming into high school, I was able to like literally as an 8th grader to play against like our senior class in open gyms over the summer. So like that just like right there, I feel like gave me a lot of experience going into high school. So.
Jenna, we've loved covering you and the whole Garfield girls basketball team all year. Our first year with Garfield, you guys made it incredibly awesome. Coach Gilbert, everyone, we love seeing Sarah in the All-Star game on Saturday. So thank you for the time. Thank you for an amazing season and giving us a good show. We're proud to call you one of our YSN athletes and the YSN offensive player of the year. I'll put it up one more time for the fans back home. Offensive player of the year for Garfield. Thank you so much for the time again, and we'll look forward to talking again real soon.
Thank you so much for all the coverage. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.